do this for real. This is not a joke, man. All the midgets up here before me. So this is a real interesting room that you have me in, Josh and Ed. And I'm pointing out, because I know there's more producers here than Josh and Ed, but I'm pointing out Josh and Ed because they are the brothers. And as I look around this room looks like it's full of shit that was done or made or happened when brothers were not allowed to be in this room. Like there's a whole lot of people in these pictures that are upset that I'm on stage right now. And there's one picture that kind of looks like a black dude with, I don't know, it's like back over in the corner there. It looks like he just got done busting up somebody's shipper robe. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He looks the most distraught out of all of these pictures, and all of these motherfuckers looks like someone blubbering. I can't talk right now. I'm not drunk. I'm just, I haven't done shit today. I have no reason to be disheveled or unable to audibly convey my sentiments to you. I've only had one drink. I've just been driving around with Jay Washington, your headliner. I've been driving around with his ass for like 6 hours. Not one dime of gas money. Just throwing it out there. I'm not passively aggressively attacking Jay for driving around for 6 hours and not one dime of gas money. I'm just pointing it out to you guys. If Jay happens to hear this, you know, win for everybody. Now, I'm okay doing this because Jay comes on after me, and I know that what Jay is doing right now is writing a whole new 5 fucking minutes for the top of his set than why he's gonna talk shit about not giving me gas money after I drove his ass to, I think, Iraq. And then back here. And then made me go to Boston Market. Hey, this is true shit, real shit. This happened. We walked into a Boston Market, me, and if you guys don't know Jay Washington, you'll see him when he comes up here. He's a big brother too. He's big working out, ex-pro wrestler, big strong dude. When we walked into Boston Market, there was a young brother that was tending to the rotisserie chicken, and he had the thing open. He looked back and he looked at us like, oh damn, it's about to go down. Like, I was like, dude, don't worry, it's not a buffet. Like, it's not like we're gonna eat all the chicken. That Boston Market's now closed. We ate all the chicken. So, my name's Xavier Lamont. My initials are XL. I do go by XL. I was just messing with the host, whose name I don't even fucking know. I'm sorry about that. Where'd he go?
His name's Adam.
Adam! What's happening, Adam? Nice wafro, bro. Real talk, man. If I could grow it, I would. Not in a white passion like you and an actual afro, but same difference, you know what I'm saying? This is an interesting crowd, man. We got, looks like, what, is this like spring pledge week going on right here? They made you go to a comedy show, heckle somebody, see if you can take it. Don't do that. Not with the last 2 comics. Y'all missed your opportunity if that was the shit y'all was here for. You don't want to do that with me or Jay. It'll be a real depressing night for you if you do. And then we got these 2 over here. You guys, is this a date? Is this a just hanging out, girlfriend's night? What?
I'm Adam's mom.
You're Adam's mom? Yes. So we're just fucking with Adam a little bit more, right? Hey! I was not shitting with you about the wafro. It's nice and it's working for you. She's cute. Well done, Adam. Well, it's not bad looking either. I don't think that has anything to do with the afro. I just think you have a cute mom. Now that's all hitting on your mom. Unless you're into that, then maybe you know what. No. Seriously, I'm single. I live in Naperville. I have a huge house. But anyway. I'm trying to see how long I can go without actually telling a joke. Like how much of this 20 minutes? Right now, Jay, I'm gonna tell you. Somebody made a comment. Previous Logan. I was doing this last name and first name together. Sorry about that. Logan just made a comment about comedy snobs. When he saw about 2.5 Men. True comedy snob, my man Jay Washington. Right now, he's clocking me and he's pissed off. This motherfucker go do any material? This ain't stand-up, motherfucker. You just up there talking to people. Do some goddamn material. This is bullshit. This is shit I'm talking about. This is why we can't get ahead. You a motherfucking bitch. You got good bitch. You a goddamn bitch. You can't do this shit on the Tonight Show, XL. That's what's going on right now. And Jay's head in the back of the room. I'm gonna hear about this on the car ride home, which I'm still not gonna get any gas money for. So bits. Okay, let's do some bits. So here's the thing. I usually do this. I usually open up with this, but I just felt like fucking around a little bit. I got one other thing. I know everybody has to do this. How many shows have you guys done here?
This is our fifth.
Your fifth show? So I know everybody talks about the 400-pound vagina in the room. On the wall. Like, that has to be a thing. Like, there's no way you have a room full of fucking comics and nobody talks about the passed out drunk bitch with the bag hanging out right at the stage. That looks like the like a date rape commercial. Like, what are you gonna do? Her. Obviously, it's going down. She was into it. That's fucked up, right? That's what that looks like. She's passed the fuck out. She's clearly passed the fuck out, naked, and somebody thought, instead of raping her, I'm gonna get this on camera. And Colonel, whatever his fucking name is over here, looking all disapproving. Like that's his daughter or something. So anyway, my name's Xavier Lamont. I usually, like I said, I used to do this at the top of the thing. I know what all of you thought the instant I came to the stage. You're all looking at me. Adam shook my hand, introduced me. You heard XL, and then you saw me, and you were like, "Fuck yeah!" I don't want to say probably a double XL, maybe even a triple, probably more. I want you to do this right now before I say anything else. I want everybody to basically do what this guy right now is doing and just kind of soak me all in. You guys can't see his face, but he's looking at me like this. He's just trying to deal with how fucking big. Like, holy shit. This dude is huge. Because here's the thing. Here's what happens to me a lot. I do a show, I get laughs, people come off after the show, they want to come over, they go, "Hey, shake your hand. Hey, XL, man, you were funny, you were really great." And then they throw this shit on the end, like, "You are really fucking huge, man. You're so huge, you're really big." And they say it like they're surprised, like, "I can't believe how big you are." And it's like a surprise. Here's the newsflash. It's a surprise to you. I woke up like this. Right? Like this every day, been like this for a while. I have mirrors at home, I've taken pictures of other people. I know how fucking big I am. I don't need you to remind me. I also don't need you to throw in there like, "I can't believe how big you are," "Oh my God, you're so big," or "You're the biggest person I've ever seen." Like, I live in Naperville. I don't need the 40 fucking minute drive home. It's like the biggest person she ever seen, really? I don't know if that means that I'm really that big or she just doesn't know a lot of people, but either way, it's a little fucked up for me. Because people always tell me stuff like, "Oh, come on, big guy. You can take it. You're a big fella, you can take it. You're a man, you're a big man, you can take it." I can take a punch, but I'm a person. I got emotions. I got feelings and shit. I don't need this in my life. And I constantly get people giving me, I get treated in like a weird, rude fashion because of my size. People feel comfortable doing and saying things really rude to me because I'm big and they just think this shit's okay, like it's just gonna roll off of me. Give an example. I was in Whole Foods, shopping at Whole Foods, and first off, since this room is basically entirely white except for the two motherfuckers that tricked me into coming here. White people, when you see a black person in Whole Foods, just assume they know where they're at. Just assume it's okay. Like when I'm in Whole Foods, I always get like, "Hey, is everything okay? Yeah. This isn't from the employees. These are people shopping themselves. Like, it's next to mine. Don't usually see you type around here. What's going on? Hey, back the fuck up. But I'm in Whole Foods, and while I'm in Whole Foods, I'm in a spice aisle looking for a particular spice. for this recipe that I want to make. It's a spice that I don't normally keep at home. And when I find it, there happens to be a woman standing exactly where the spice is at. She has her back to me. I'm not an asshole. I didn't just like, move, bitch. I just, I was a gentleman. I said, excuse me, ma'am. I need to grab that spice if you don't mind. And when she turned around, her response to that was to go, oh my God, oh my God! We were in the spice aisle of fucking home. What did you think was about to happen? Did you think I was gonna mug her in the middle of Whole Foods like, give me everything, bitch! Yeah, give me everything! Give me the cereal, give me the bread, give me the cheese! You keep those tampons, I don't really need those. Give me the car right now! You gotta shop for all that shit again. Like, seriously, I'm gonna do that shit? So I did that shit. Because I'm a comedian and I thought that would be hilarious. But I learned 2 things that day. Thing number 1, Whole Foods, cameras everywhere. Thing number 2 is a corporation, no sense of humor. They were not happy, apparently, scaring little white women against corporate policy. I tried to get them to give me the camera footage, the video footage, because I'm a comedian. I was like, this will make an awesome YouTube. Like, I'll get a fucking million hits out of this. And they were like, we can't do that, Mr. Lamont. There's charges pending. So, this is a long story to tell you guys why I can no longer shop at Whole Foods. Like, I'm not welcome there apparently anymore, which is bullshit. Fuck you, I go to Trader Joe's now. Same difference, cheap. Here, I gave the other example that I always like to give, and these are true stories, by the way. This is real shit. This is my life. Other example I always like to give is I remember hanging out in Grant Park last summer with my son. And my son was 8 years old at the time, and I'm a single dad. Me and his mom aren't together, and that sounds way nicer than it really is. Me and his mom hate each other. Like, totally, you can laugh at that shit. Fuck her. She's not here. Here's the deal. As a father, as a single father, I do what I think any self-respecting, decent single father should do. I try, whenever I spend time with him, to make sure that he loves me a little bit more than he loves that bitch. I want to be clear, because there might be some single moms in the house. I don't know. Adam's mom, you single? No? So anyway, single moms in the house, I want to understand. I don't think the boy shouldn't love his mom. Of course the boy should love his mom. I want the boy to love his mom. I just want it to be 51-49 me. Right? If we both are in a horrible car accident, like he remembers who has the Xbox and buys all the shit. So when I'm with him, I try to do stuff that I know his mom would never do. I try to do fun stuff that I know his mom would never do. And we're hanging out at Grant Park, and we saw a group of people ride by on Segways. And when he sees the Segways, he's 8 years old, he loses his mind. He's like, oh, wow, Dad, what are those? That's awesome, can we do that? Can we do that? Because he's 8, and that looks like some Jetson shit to him. Like, he's like, let's do it. And of course I'm like, cool, this is daddy points, this is how I score daddy points, we're doing this. Let's go get the fucking Segways, and we're off. And right before we walk in the Segway dealership, it dawns on me, never seen a kid on a Segway. Only seen adults, I've never seen a kid on a Segway. Maybe they don't let kids get Segways. So I tell him, I say, hey little buddy, you might not be able to get the Segway. Dad's gonna try and hustle this dude, I'm gonna talk real fast, and hopefully I can charm him, and he lets us ride together. But more likely than I'm gonna let you have your own bike. So just stand behind me and hope for the best. And he looked up at me, and I could see it in his eyes. I could see it. He didn't say this, but I could see it in his eyes. He was basically like, yo, fuck what you gotta do, man. Get the goddamn bike, let's go. Fuck, I don't care. Because I know my son. And so we go in, and I'm talking to the Segway guy, and he's giving me all the details, and my son's standing behind me the whole time. And when he gets the paperwork, my son gets a little excited, and he sticks his head out behind me. And the guy sees him, he goes, hey, did you expect that little boy to ride the Segway with you? And I was like, yeah, man. I tried to explain daddy points to him. He wasn't having it. He didn't want to hear it. He's like, there's our rules here. You have to be 18, one person per bike, no exceptions. You have to leave. I can't rent you the bike. No. I'm like, okay. And my son heard all that. He's like, oh, man. I said, hey, little buddy. Hey, little buddy. I explained to you, you had to be 18, but I'll make you this promise. In 10 years, when you're 18, Me and you are coming back, and you and Dad, we're gonna ride some fucking segways. We're gonna have a ball, okay? Let's go get some ice cream. And he's like, yeah! Because he's 8. He didn't do the fucking math. 10 years, 2 weeks. He doesn't care. He heard ice cream. He was ready to go. So we leave, and we're walking out the door. Right before we get out the door, Segway guy goes, hey, buddy, one more thing. There's a 250-pound weight limit. We were leaving. For a decade. He heard me tell the kid we were not coming back for 10 fucking years. There was no reason to tell me that. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know my life. I could be Tyboing and T90Xing my ass off to make a promise to this kid so we come back and ride segways. I give him a pass because I just called it T90X. And I think it looks like this, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit at all because here's the thing. I'm a fat dude. I know everybody was like, surprise. I get it. I know everybody knows I'm a fat dude, but when I say this with pride. I'm a fat dude and I'm cool with being a fat dude. I'm not one of those fat guys that makes a bunch of excuses for being fat or says like, I'm big boned. Or I got thyroid condition. Or slow metabolism. I'm fat and I know where I'm fat. I'm fat because I love cake. I like cake so much that if you don't like cake, I don't like you. Something's fucking wrong with you. Who the fuck doesn't like cake? Cake is a celebratory food. You have cake at parties. Birthday party, cake. Wedding, cake. Anniversary party.
Hey.
Yes.
Retirement party.
Cake.
If you work somewhere for 30 years and you had a retirement party and someone gave you a retirement salad, you smack the shit out of them. That's why you're leaving this shit home, a bunch of assholes, you know how to treat people, get the fuck out of here or you all die and go to hell. That would be my exit speech. That would be my retirement speech. And a side note, if you have a party and you don't have cake, that's not a party. That's a meeting. That's a gathering of friends. It's not a fucking party. By the way, I went off, guys. I went off and ranted. Does anybody know how much time I have left? Am I overtime? Where am I at?
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not 5.
5? Cool. I was ranting and I have no idea what the fuck I was doing.
We forgot to time in, so.
That's cool. That's amazing. So here, I'll finish up. I'll get out of here. I'll finish up with this. Like I was saying about cake, here's the thing. I love cake. I love cake a lot. And the one thing I can't stand is, and I always get this, and it's usually a cute little white woman that'll come up to me and say this. But it's like somebody will do something like, they'll say like, Xavier, I don't know if you know this or not, but diabetes is a killer in the black community. You probably shouldn't eat so much cake, man. Just like, think about your health. And my response to that is, I grew up in the hood. I dodged gangs, random gunshots, drive-by shootings, crooked cops, crack cocaine, and everything else that can kill you in the hood. If diabetes takes me out, that's a win. Like at this point, I'm rooting for diabetes. Like I'm at the point, like if diabetes takes me out, that's a good long run. Like I can see people like when they find out that I died. Like, hey, you heard about Xavier? Yeah, fucking diabetes got him. Diabetes killed Xavier? Good for him. He went out the way he wanted to go. But I'll leave out with this. I love cake so much that I once had a cake crisis. I had a cake crisis. I was dating a girl. She took me to a party. It was her friends. I didn't know them. It was my first time meeting them. And it was an adult birthday party. We show up at 9 p.m. When we get there, first thing she does is she tells everybody I'm a comedian. Fucking huge mistake. If you ever date a comedian, don't ever tell anybody that, Adam's mom. Because here's the thing. You hang out with you date a comedian, you tell your friends he's a comedian, first thing they do is, oh, tell me a joke, make me laugh, clown, make me laugh, tell me a joke. And it's like, you know what, fuck you, this is my night off, I get paid to do this. I'm not asking you to call people about their student loans or collate or fax shit or file shit or whatever the fuck you do. I'm asking you to tell jokes. And then I started talking about really depressing shit like, fucked up they haven't found that plane. Nothing funny about that, that's fucked up. People on that fucker, man. So anyway, I'm dealing with this shit and I'm getting upset. But there was one dude who I thought was cool, so we drinking a little scotch together. I thought, this guy's okay. He was until midnight, and then he turned into an asshole because when they cut the cake at midnight, they cut the birthday cake at midnight. It was a giant sheet cake, and this motherfucker went and got a humongous piece of cake and brought it to me as a slice of cake. When I say humongous, it took up a whole dinner plate. It looked like he took a quarter of the cake and was like, hey, Excel, got you some cake? Now, anybody in this room, if that happened, you go, God, get out of here with that. And you'd be done. Not me. My brain, half of my brain lost its shit. Half of my brain was like, cake! Oh my God, cake! This guy is awesome. Facebook friend this dude. This is amazing. I can't believe, look at all that cake! The other side of my brain was all calm, cool, and collected. Kind of sounded like Barack Obama. It was just like, Xavier? Look here.
Yes.
You have two choices.
Yes.
You can eat that cake. You have the Obamacare. You're going to need the diabetes medication if you eat the cake. You could have dignity. You could have some character. Have some self-respect. Send the goddamn cake back, Xavier.
Yes.
And I sent the cake back because, Barack Obama be giving his speeches and shit. So, I told him, man, you know what? Give that cake to like 7 or 8 other people. I'm not even home. So he took the cake away. The side of my brain that wanted the cake lost its shit. It was like, what are you doing? You gotta give away all the cake? What the fuck, man? Go get some of the cake. Maybe we can get back before he gives it to those 7 or 8 other people. Get the cake, man. What the fuck? People were trying to tell me about their job. Fuck your job, kid. People showing me pictures of their kids. Your kids fundamentally cake. All in my mind. Cake. I couldn't think of anything else. The girl I was with, that bitch didn't help. She comes over a half hour later. She's like, that cake was amazing. You really should have thought about it. I'm like, fuck you, I'm in cake crisis right now. So we stay at the party. We leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm driving her home, and we get to her place. I don't park. I pull up to the door. She looks at me, she goes, is everything okay? It's like, sweetie, everything is wonderful. I'm very happy. I'm just a little tired, a little restless. I kind of want to sleep in my own bed tonight. Got an early morning. I'll see you tomorrow. Is that cool? It's like, sure. It's like, yeah. She gives me a little kiss, leaves. You guys know what I did? 24-hour grocery store. I bought myself a birthday cake. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When you look like this, and you bought a birthday cake at 2:30 in the morning, they know it's not your birthday. That is as close to some crackhead shit as you can do. Like, even the girl checking me out just looked at me like, you need some help, son. And I was like, straight up the cake, bitch. You're calling me. I even tried to play this shit off too. I bought the real cone hats. I bought candles. I bought the banner that said happy birthday. That's exactly how I ate that shit at my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. Happy birthday to some fucking body somewhere. That's what I'm